right, let's start with the big one last. Give me a sense of just what the emotions are after you have the heading it. You have the foresight to toss that ball back. You guys think you score, and then the PI.
I mean, it is the cause. It is what it is. Those are the rules. You can't change them. But it never comes down to one play. It's never just because of that play. There was plenty of plays throughout that game that, we could have made. We had calls go our way too throughout that last drive. So it goes both ways. We just have to execute better. We have a job to do. The rest have a job to do. So we just gotta be better.
Do you feel like it was a game where you guys beat yourselves, or was it just something they did defensively with their scheme that was able to really throw you guys off your rhythm and your bread and butter?
They had a pretty good scheme, but I would say, it was still a lot of stuff that we can control. I feel like as an offense, we had some 3 and outs that we wish, we wouldn't have had to get the defense. They get a stop or turnover, we get back on the field and 3 and out. We can't have those, especially after a turnover. So things like that, and as an offense, we got to be better, and we just got to put up more points.
When you see that the run game isn't producing early, how does the energy shift on the offense when you know it's going to be on you guys to produce receptions?
Yeah, we know, the run game's not going. That's fine. We'll throw the ball. We're capable of doing that with the guys that we have, the quarterback. So that's fine. If the run game's not going, it's not going to work every game. But that just means it's going to be more of a pass game, and we got to, get open, make plays, and we just didn't make enough today.
Can you explain that swing of emotions, not just on the final play, but you also had the other touchdown taken off the board? When you feel like you've made the play twice in that final 30 seconds and have them both take on the board, like how hard is it to, I guess, just ride that wave in those moments?
It's tough. I knew right away after I caught the touchdown. Then when I got called back, I saw the flag. So it's probably, OPI, whatever they called. And then the last one, I saw the flag too. And I didn't know the exact rule. I thought we'd get to replay the down, but I guess that's not how it goes. So just unfortunate. I just didn't really know. It was weird after the game. I didn't understand. I just needed some explanation, but I got it. So it's like I said, it never comes down to one play. We, as an offense, there was plays to be had. They're all game, and we gotta execute better. We gotta just be overall better.
How much do you think Jalen selling that, really drew that flag?
I haven't really seen the replay. I saw it one time up there, but look, I think we had a PI on them. JMO did going down that drive, so but I think we got a call. They got a call. If we don't get that PI on JMO, the drive's over. So some might say that. So at the end of the day, like I said, the refs have a job to do, and they're trying their best to do it. And we have a job to do out there as players and go make plays. So we just didn't, like I said, we didn't make enough plays today.
Do you think it's easier to process chaotic games like this on a short week, or would you rather a longer week to kind of sit on it?
I don't think it really matters. We got a short week, like you said, so we got to move on and get ready for Minnesota. But I think all of us probably look at this tape at home, probably by ourselves or whatever we can, because it's tough to really look at everything and prepare for Minnesota. So, it's going to be a short turnaround for us.
As much as there's disappointment about the fact that you guys didn't do what you needed to when you had the opportunity in this game, how do you make sure that you don't carry any of that over? Because obviously you guys still have a shot at the postseason. Albeit slim and you need some help, but what's the mindset?
For us, we just got to, like I said, going in a short week to Minnesota, divisional game. We know what they did to us last time here in Detroit. We just got to, turn the page, obviously correct the mistakes from this game as quick as we can, and just, get ready for Minnesota. That's the biggest thing. It's a short week. It's always hard to get ready on 4 days. You don't really practice. So divisional game, it's always going to be tough, especially playing there. So we got to be ready.
Last one, Will. You guys have become so used to kind of being in control at this point in the season. Just how do you grapple with kind of being on the outside looking in here with 2 games to go?
It sucks, man. Losing sucks. Not being in control sucks. Like you said, I feel like a lot of us have gotten used to being in control. So it is what it is. We can't change it. We're here now. We just gotta, come together. At the end of the day, like you said, we don't really control much. We just can control our game and what we do. Thursday against Minnesota, but for us, man, we want to, whether we make the playoffs or not, we want to finish out strong, the right way, and play our brand of football. I think that's the biggest thing. get back to what we do and just play, line football.
Aidan, I guess kind of the overwhelming sentiment from the guys on offense was we could have done more. It didn't just come down to one play. For you guys on defense, how do you kind of sum this one up when they really had their way with you guys running the ball today?
Definitely gotta fix some stuff. I can't necessarily tell you what that is. Definitely it's got to be better if we're gonna. We got to put our offense in better situations when that game is kind of leaning into a defensive game. And I don't necessarily know what that is, but I'm still riding with all these guys.
Coach, the run defense has been such a strength here for like the better part of 3 years. The past 2 games, obviously, major breakdowns. What do you feel like has contributed to the slip in the run defense here lately?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know. It's something that just you got to look at and we got to fix, and in whatever way that is. So, not really sure. Not sure.
Given your upward trajectory over the last few years, I mean, how frustrating has it been this season? I mean, it seems like whatever progress you make kind of ends up being erased, I guess, at times. I mean, over the course of the year, I mean, how hard has it been? I mean, again, in this instance, obviously losing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a little bit of an up and down year just from a team. Win one, lose one. It's just it's a little bit. It's not how we thought this would go, but I know I don't know what the chances are with the playoffs now, but all I know is we got 2 games left and we got a game in 4 days that we got to be ready for, and I know Dan will have us ready.
Can that almost be a positive thing that you guys just don't have any time to sit and sulk about this one? You got to just turn it on and turn it around.
Yeah, good or bad, it's
Right.
These Thursday games they hit pretty quick, so it's I don't know what the numbers are, but all I know is we got to beat the Vikings.
I know you guys will never use excuses, but I mean, really, the injuries to this team, there's been so many guys playing out of position and trying to probably do too much. As you get towards the end of the season, and perhaps if the playoffs become something you can't get to, can you look at it and find that sliver of reality and just say, maybe it wasn't our year? Or is it way too
You know what? In my opinion, it's like every NFL team deals with injuries, and we may have a little bit more than the other team, than the average team. I mean, but like, I can't. I don't know. It's hard for me to fall back on that because injuries are part. I mean, you look at San Fran, for example. They lose their 2 best defensive players, and they're playing great football. So it's and even last year. I mean, our defense. With all the injuries we had up front, it's like the boys were still finding ways to win. So it's hard to fall back on that when we proved that last year we can win these games, even though it's some guys are banged up. So it's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
You
guys have grown so accustomed to kind of being in control, in the driver's seat at this point in the season. How do you wrap your heads around being on the outside looking in here with 2 games to go?
Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, it's not ideal. Obviously, I wish we were in a different position, but, if I fall back on what I can control, that's preparing for the Vikings now and cleaning up this tape and finding answers to fix the issues we've been having. And that's really all you can do. And, I don't know. I mean, of course, I'd like to be in a different position just like you all would and with this team. And it's I don't know.
From your vantage point on the sideline, as you watched the final possession of the offense, I mean, what was the emotional whiplash of, maybe having the feeling of you guys were going to pull this one out and then just kind of yanked it?
Like I right now I grapple with the, you can say there's an argument for, you can blame the refs. There's an argument for, hey, defensively, we didn't have to even put our offense in that position in the first place, right? So there's 2 kind of ways you can look at this, but in my opinion, obviously we want to be better in the run game. We don't want to give up those explosive touchdowns in the second half. Like, that sucked. But it's like, I don't know, that the intervention I saw from those refs late in that game. I've never seen 2 offensive PIs to lose a game like that. When I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there will be discussion between the NFL and this game to validate or deny the calls, and it sucks because there's no change in it. I can hear all I want about the call, and but the fact is, it's the result. So as a player and as a team, the only thing you can do is fix your mistakes and move on, because a lot of that stuff is out of our control. When it comes to the intervention of the refs late in the game for the win, so I don't know. It's kind of mixed feelings, I'd say,
Give me a sense, just the crazy, dizzying, wide range of emotions you feel after that final drive and that no call.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, there's no sugarcoating that, but I just think of we had so many opportunities earlier in the game. Like, games come down to 2-minute drives in the league, but we put ourselves in that position. We did not play well enough, and we still had a chance to win. So that's the frustrating thing, is that we put ourselves in that position, and it didn't have to be that way. And then, as always, I think you give credit to them. They executed on our mistakes, and they made plays where we didn't.
Give me a sense, Taylor, of what they were able to do to you guys up front. I mean, this was really a game where it felt like they kind of out-physicaled you guys at the line of scrimmage on defense to your offensive line.
Yeah, we came in with some gap schemes that weren't working. They were jetting up the field a little bit, so they were beating our pullers because that must have been a game plan thing for them. I don't know, but they were just jetting up the field on some of those. And then it gets to the point where, if you're not getting positive yards on 1st and 2nd down, what do you want the coordinator to do? What do you want Dan to do as far as calling plays? Like, he's going to put it in Jared's hands if we're not able to get yards on the ground. So it's frustrating. There was some movement for them. I mean, more than anything, they're just, they play 5 on the line, and they're big boys. They hold their gaps. So that's one of those where once I watch the film, I'll know for sure. But I think we just didn't get the push that we needed.
For you guys now sit in a perspective where you still have a chance at the postseason, but really a lot of crazy things that have to happen. I know you don't sit and wait and wonder. You do what you can to control. But with some of those things slipping through your fingers, does that sting emotionally?
Yeah, I mean, if not even just this week, but other opportunities that we had early in the year. We dug ourselves in the hole that we're in. And that's the heartbreaking but beautiful thing about this league. You got to go out and earn it every week. It doesn't matter if we won 15 games and we're the 1 seed last year. Nobody cares. I've played enough football to know that at this point, but it doesn't make it any easier. If anything, it makes it harder, because as it's happening, it's almost like I know we can't put ourselves in this position, but I don't know. We just didn't play well enough.
Seems like a lot of guys are kind of shaking their heads walking off the field. Just how does this all sit, and what did you see, and give me a sense of what the emotions are right now?
Man, I mean, it's the toughest thing in the world is to work as hard as we do all week and to come out and not win the game. So, I mean, especially when it's such an emotional game, we put so much work into it. So, it definitely stings. So, yes, ma'am.
And how about not only the work that you put into it during the week, but the work that you guys put into it for the comeback?
Yeah.
You had the big touchdown. You get the ball in Jared's hand after the missed field goal.
Yeah.
What are you thinking at that point?
I mean, your expectation is to go and score. Knowing the guys we have, the caliber of work we put in, at that moment, we're just thinking we got to go score and win this game. And we came up short, man. So, it's a tough pill to swallow, which you lick your wounds because we got a short week coming up here, so we got to go back to work on tomorrow, actually. So.
I know you guys keep a lot of stuff in the room here, but I've got to imagine that Coach had some pretty powerful and meaningful words for you guys after this. Can you kind of just give us a little bit of an outline of what he told you?
Yeah, I mean, he just said it's life in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? And the toughest part about life in the NFL is even with a tough up loss like this, we literally have to come back tomorrow and go back to work. So he said, don't lose your identity, know who you are, and lick your wounds tonight, go back up to work tomorrow. So. Yes, ma'am.
What was going on while the referees were kind of talking about what happened at the very last play? What were you guys talking about? It seemed like it took forever for them to decide what to call.
Between the penalty and the catch and the lateral, there's so many factors in play. And the time being under 10 seconds, there's so many rules in play. So we were just hoping the best outcome was like, hopefully it's a touchdown. We can go home. But that's not what it was.